3-2 in overtime. Yes, the Chicago Blackhawks beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 3-2 in overtime as your Chicago Blackhawks come back and win it. Yes, they came back and won it. The Hawks were getting outplayed in the third period, but they managed to find the back of the net. And they end up gaining momentum off it, beating the Blue Jackets. What a big performance by your Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Shots were dead even, actually, in this game. It was, by the per period, it was 9-14 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks in the first period, 10-12 in the second period for your Chicago Blackhawks, 12-4. But we'll get into that third period and how frustrating of a third period it was in favor for the Blue Jackets. Yes, the Blackhawks came into the third period not skating well. In overtime, it only took one shot and we won. So, 31-31 for shots on net. Face-off percentage, a key in tonight's game because it was 35.3% of the draws to the Hawks, 64.7% of the face-off draws tonight. The Hawks were playing well at the dot and beating the Jackets, getting to those 50-50 pucks, and it helped the Hawks tonight, and they win clearly. Power play, 0-for-1 for the Jackets, 0-for-2 for your Hawks. Yeah, the Hawks did not score on the power play tonight. Interesting. Hits, 28-27 in favor for the Blue Jackets. Block shots, 18-8 in favor for the Blue Jackets. And most of those block shots came in the third period for the Blue Jackets. I should mention that. The Jackets were playing the trap in that third period, but the Hawks come out and prevail. So, let's talk about the game. The Hawks came out playing well. They were forechecking strong, getting opportunities on the offensive zone. But at 6:39 in the first period, Patrick Laine scores his 6th of the season. I believe that's his 4th as a Blue Jacket, assisted by Cam Atkinson. This goal was set up by a slight turnover in the neutral zone. Atkinson feeds it over to Laine, and Laine snipes one past Laakkonen. It was one of those tough goals that can't really fault Laakkonen on. He played well tonight, I have to mention that. So, but in that first period, the Hawks were probably the better team. They were skating well, they were outpacing them, and even out-hitting the Jackets in the first period. And then there was a fight. Yes, Brandon Hagel drops the gloves with Patrick Laine. Laine got a couple good punches then, and then Hagel just drops Laine like a bag of potatoes. Yes, Hagel had one punch and knocked out Laine. It was a big hit, a big punch clearly. It was right to the ear, and Laine went down with about 5 minutes left in the first period. No goals were scored after the Laine goal, so we go to the second period down by a goal. But at 3:12 in the second period, scored by number 74, Nicholas Beaudin, his 2nd of the season, 2nd in a back-to-back nights, assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane, and number 16, Nikita Zadorov, to make it a 1-1 game, and Beaudin gets his 2nd goal of the season. This goal was honestly very similar to his goal he scored the other night against the Blue Jackets. He pinches up and gets the puck in basically beats Corpusalo glove side, and Hawks tie it up early in the first period. But the Hawks give up the tie at 14:47 in the second period. Cam Atkinson scores his 5th of the season, assisted by Werenski and Steph Jones. This goal was a deflection where Lakeinen was screened, and Atkinson got a stick up in the air, deflecting the puck and beating Lakeinen. It was just a high-quality opportunity for a team to score because the Hawks lost control of puck in the defensive zone, trying to clear it. The Jackets gained control and started moving around, shooting it. It gets deflected in past Lakeinen. So, right there, okay, the Hawks are down by a goal. But the Hawks are not good going into the third period so far this season when they're down and losing. But the third period comes up. And the Hawks, let's just mention this. They looked horrible in the third period. They could not get any offensive opportunities. They were going in for a rush. And when they would try and shoot, gets blocked. Then they would try and make another opportunity, get blocked. The Jackets were playing the trap and playing it well. But until 16:15 in the third period, scored by number 34, Carl Soderberg, his first of the season, first as a Chicago Blackhawk, and assisted by number 23, Philip Kurashev, to tie it up 2-2. This goal was set up by Kurashev stealing the puck and feeding it right over to Soderberg in the slot, and Soderberg snipes it past Korpisalo, and we're tied. So, we're tied up, but the Jackets start controlling again. They take it up into the offensive zone. Hawks then decide to ice it with about a minute left, and they ice it again, and then they had a couple chances, but Lakeinen had to stand strong. Same with the defense there. So we go to overtime, tied at 2-2. And it was a quick overtime because the Hawks win the face-off. David Camp wins the draw, feeds it right down to Duncan Keith, and then Camp goes off the ice to bring in Alex DeBrincat. So DeBrincat, Kane, and Keith are all out on the ice all at once. And, well, magic happens. The Hawks gain control, taking it up into the offensive zone. Then they lose the opportunity, but they regain the puck because DeBrincat stole the puck right on the blue line, and he dumps it right to Patrick Kane. Kane shoots it, sauces it right over to DeBrincat. Cat tips it, and it goes up in the air, and he bats it past Korpisalo for the Hawks win. Yes. What a game by the Chicago Blackhawks. They end their end off going on the road trip now. For 2 weeks. So they kind of wanted to get a win at home before they left for a long road trip. So a big win by the Chicago Blackhawks here. And great performance in the first 2 periods / overtime. And a great comeback for the Chicago Blackhawks. Down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are on tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!